Two Payson residents are dead following a plane crash in the rugged Mazatzal Wilderness west of town. A former Northern Arizona University fraternity leader pleads guilty in the hazing death of an 18-year-old student. A lightning-caused wildfire is burning in the rugged terrain south of Tortilla Flat in the Superstition Wilderness area. And Prescott Valley Police cracked down on dangerous drivers, including one motorist clocked at nearly twice the posted speed limit. Good morning, Central Arizona. I'm Randy Roberson, and this is Tonto-TV, your Central Arizona news.
From Prescott and Payson to Sholo, Flagstaff to Fountain Hills, Tonto-TV.com. We don't tell you what to think, just the facts, man.
Well, topping our news today, two Payson residents have been killed in a plane crash. We begin this morning with an update to the breaking news story we first brought you yesterday. The Gila County Sheriff's Office has now identified the two people killed in Monday night's plane crash in the Mazatzal Wilderness west of Payson. They are 75-year-old Brad Lawrence and 19-year-old Carter Buckner, both of Payson. The Arizona Department of Emergency and Military Affairs contacted the Gila County Sheriff's Office at approximately 6 Monday evening regarding a possible downed aircraft. A Maricopa County Sheriff's Office helicopter, Fox 1, responded and located the crash site west of Police Mesa. Because of the extremely remote and rugged terrain, a Pinal County Sheriff's Office helicopter was brought in Tuesday morning to transport Gila County deputies to the wreckage and begin the initial investigation. The National Transportation Safety Board and Federal Aviation Administration have now been called in to investigate the crash. The Sheriff's Office has not released information on what may have caused the aircraft to go down. Sheriff Adam Shepard thanked both the Maricopa and Pinal County Sheriff's Offices for their assistance and extended condolences to everyone affected by this tragedy. The sheriff also asked the community to keep the families and friends of Lawrence and Buckner in their thoughts and prayers. In other news, a former Northern Arizona University fraternity leader has pleaded guilty to felony hazing in connection with the death of an 18-year-old pledge earlier this year. 20-year-old Carter Eslick entered the plea Monday in Coconino County Superior Court. Eslick was the pledge master for the now-defunct Delta Tau Delta chapter when Colin Daniel Martinez died following an off-campus rush event in January. Court documents say Martinez was among 4 pledges made to consume large amounts of vodka. Martinez was later found unresponsive. An autopsy determined his blood alcohol concentration was 0.425%, a potentially lethal level. Under a plea agreement, Eslick now faces no more than 4 years of probation. A judge could, however, also order up to 1 year in jail when Eslick is sentenced September 30th. Northern Arizona University suspended the fraternity following Martinez's death, and Delta Tau Delta's national organization later closed the NAU chapter. Well, a quick break, and when we come back, a lightning-caused wildfire is burning in the Superstition Wilderness south of Tortilla Flat, and Prescott Valley Police target dangerous drivers with arrests for DUI, excessive speed, and reckless driving. These stories and more coming up next.
Ponderosa Plumbing is Central Arizona's go-to plumbing team. For decades, homeowners, builders, and businesses have trusted Ponderosa Plumbing AZ for new construction, remodels, repairs, sewer and drain service, high-definition camera inspections, water heater installation, water treatment systems, and expert slab leak repair. When experience matters, when quality matters, when getting it done right the first time matters, Ponderosa Plumbing delivers. Locally owned, highly trusted, serving all of Central Arizona with honesty, craftsmanship, and unmatched know-how. Located at 107 West Wade Lane, Suite number 5 in Payson, call Ponderosa Plumbing AZ today at 928-476-4727. Ponderosa Plumbing AZ. Experience you can trust, quality you can count on. Big news! The station you've known as KRAMFM.com has grown into something even bigger, CentralArizonaRadio.com. You'll still hear the same classic rock you love, along with trusted local news, accurate weather, and community conversations, all in one place. Same station, same great music, bigger mission. So update your bookmarks and start listening today at CentralArizonaRadio.com. That's CentralArizonaRadio.com. Take Central Arizona with you.
Oh, welcome back. In other news, a new wildfire is burning in the rugged terrain in the Superstition Wilderness. The Battleship Fire was reported Tuesday afternoon on top of Malpai Mountain, about 3 miles south of Tortilla Flat. The lightning-caused fire was estimated at approximately 55 acres with no containment. One engine and a Type 3 helicopter were assigned to that fire. Officials say the location is remote and difficult for firefighters to access. The firefighter did receive some precipitation overnight, and improving humidity could also help firefighters. Only minimal smoke has been visible from State Route 88, the Apache Trail, and there are currently no closures or evacuations associated with that fire. Fire personnel will continue assessing access and suppression needs as conditions continue to change today. In other news, Prescott Valley Police say a targeted traffic operation over this past weekend resulted in dozens of citations and several arrests. Officers made 36 traffic contacts on Saturday, issuing 20 speeding citations, 10 other traffic citations, and 3 criminal traffic citations. One driver, suspected of impairment, initially failed to stop for an officer before eventually pulling over. Police say the driver was arrested for DUI and booked into jail on felony charges. On Glassford Hill Road, near Long Look Drive, another driver was clocked at 69 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone and arrested for excessive speed. A third driver was arrested for reckless driving in the same area. Prescott Valley Police say the enforcement effort is aimed at stopping dangerous driving before it results in serious injuries or deaths. Well, coming up, this could be one of the most active monsoon days we've seen recently across central and northern Arizona. Thunderstorm chances reach as high as 80% in parts of our region, and a flood watch takes effect at noon. We have your complete and extended Central Arizona weather forecast and more coming up next.
I'm Garrett Goldman, and this year my wife and I decided to remodel our home. The home was built as a period-specific home modeled after an 1800s farmhouse and had single-pane windows which were very inefficient. When we started the planning process, we interviewed several window companies to retrofit the existing windows in our house, and we chose Lowry's Window and Door as our contractor. The reason we picked Lowry's is their customer service. The owner of the company, Bobby Lowry, came out to our house multiple times to identify a window that would fit within the existing windows, and then also a method that would allow us to keep all of the existing woodwork in the house and not have to redo any of it. Looking at all of the options for windows, we chose Pella double pane windows for our house because of their look and also their ability to be retrofitted into the existing window frames. Since completion of the project, we absolutely love our new dual pane Pella windows. I would recommend Lowry's for anybody looking to retrofit your existing windows or a new build because of their experience, craftsmanship, and exceptional customer service.
Well, taking a look now at Central Arizona weather, and it is an active weather day today. Storms and potential for flash flooding are the big weather stories today. According to the National Weather Service, daytime highs range from around 80 degrees up in Heber to the mid-80s in Prescott, around 90 in Payson, Sedona, and Globe, and the mid-90s here in Tonto Basin. Storm chances range from about 60% around Payson and Sedona to 70% in Prescott and Heber, and as high as 80% around Globe and Tonto Basin. Tonight, temperatures fall into the lower 60s across much of the higher terrain, around 68 in Sedona, 70 in Globe, and the lower 70s in Tonto Basin. Now, for Payson and Rim Country today, showers and thunderstorms are likely, mainly after 2 this afternoon. Payson should reach a high near 90 degrees with a 60% chance of storms. Winds generally remain light, although gusts could reach around 17 miles per hour. Down in Tonto Basin, it will be warmer with a high near 96. Thunderstorms are also possible this afternoon, with the broader Tonto Basin forecast carrying an 80% storm chance today and tonight. With abundant monsoon moisture across the region, any stronger storms that develop could produce locally heavy rainfall. Now tonight, for Payson, showers and thunderstorms remain likely, especially through the early evening hours. The chance of precipitation is 60%, with an overnight low around 62 degrees. But down in Tonto Basin, the storm threat becomes even greater tonight. Showers and thunderstorms are likely, with additional storms possible after 11 p.m. The chance of precipitation is 80%, with an overnight low around 72 degrees. The National Weather Service says new rainfall amounts between 1/2 and 3/4 of an inch are possible around Tonto Basin tonight. And that brings us to today's primary weather concern. A flood watch is in effect from noon until midnight tonight for a large portion of northern and central Arizona, including northern Gila, Yavapai, Coconino, Navajo, and Apache counties. The National Weather Service says high moisture levels and increased atmospheric instability will lead to strong thunderstorms today and this evening. Many locations are already saturated, increasing the potential for excessive runoff and flash flooding. Flash flooding will be possible in creeks, normally dry washes, swimming holes, low water crossings, and recently burned areas. Raging currents are also possible in narrow side canyons and slot canyons. The Weather Service is urging anyone planning to hike, boat, or paddleboard near a slot canyon or normally dry wash to consider changing those plans today. And remember, a thunderstorm does not have to be directly overhead for a wash or canyon to flood. Well, looking ahead, Thursday remains active across both Rim Country and Tonto Basin. Payson has a 40% chance for showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 11 a.m., with a cooler high near 87. Tonto Basin also has a 40% chance for showers, with a high near 93. Thursday night, storm chances drop to about 20% around Payson, with a low near 62. Tonto Basin carries about a 30% chance, mainly later at night, with a low around 73. By Friday, the monsoon begins backing off. Payson has just a 20% chance for storms with a high near 88, while Tonto Basin should be mostly sunny with a high near 95. Well, that drying trend becomes more noticeable on Saturday. Payson warms up to around 93 under mostly sunny skies. Tonto Basin climbs back into triple digits. A slight storm chance returns to Payson Sunday with a high near 91. Tonto Basin reaches about 103 with only a 10% chance of an afternoon storm. By Monday and Tuesday, Payson should be back into the lower to mid-90s with only slight storm chances. Tonto Basin gets hotter again with highs around 105 degrees Monday and Tuesday and only isolated thunderstorm chances. Well, in summary, the National Weather Service says the overall monsoon pattern should remain very active through Thursday, with today potentially being the most active day. Some drying is possible heading into the weekend as drier air attempts to move into Arizona. Forecasters caution, however, that the exact position of a Pacific storm trough could determine just how quickly that drying occurs, so we'll continue watching that pattern. And finally, people across portions of the northern United States will get a celestial show today as the moon passes between the Earth and the Sun. A partial solar eclipse will be visible across northern portions of North America, with the amount of sun covered increasing the farther north you travel. In parts of the upper Midwest and New England, less than 20% of the sun will disappear behind the moon. Parts of Alaska could see roughly half of the sun obscured, and further across the Atlantic, observers in portions of Greenland, Iceland, and Spain will experience a total solar eclipse. Well, for anyone who does get a view of today's eclipse, NASA reminds people to never look directly at the partially eclipsed sun without approved solar viewing glasses or a proper solar viewer. Regular sunglasses, regardless of how dark they are, do not provide adequate protection. For those hoping to see another total eclipse here at home, however, there's going to be quite a wait. The next total solar eclipse visible somewhere in the contiguous United States won't arrive until 2044. Man, that's your Tonto-TV news for Wednesday, August 12th. You can find our reports anytime at Tonto-TV.com and CentralArizonaRadio.com, as well as a host of social media platforms. For Tonto-TV, I'm Randy Roberson. Make it a great day.
From Prescott and Payson to Show Low, Flagstaff to Fountain Hills, Tonto-TV.com. We don't tell you what to think, just the facts, man. Woo!